Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day 3 of the SACD tournament hosted here at Stanford Lake in the Limpopo Kloof Mountains. We are about to get away with our first match of the day. Northern's Blues taking on Gauteng province. Gauteng in the white strip and Northern's Blues in the blue and navy strip.
Yeah, it's keeping it easy today. Yesterday when they had, I think it was it Northerns playing yesterday, and they were wearing red or white.
We were wearing white. It was us.
Yeah.
It was us and Daisy's guys. Joe.
Yeah.
The Blues boys had a bye yesterday, so they are looking quite fresh.
What is a bye? Just for the viewers at home who are new to the tournament, what do you mean when you say a bye day?
A bye day basically is a off day where you've got no hockey. You
Just chill.
You just relax. It's almost like a recovery day, if I could put it that way. Some teams prefer to have it early in the week. Some teams prefer it in the middle of the week. Some teams prefer it at the end of the week, considering pool stages and then you get to the playoffs. But obviously, all coaches have their preference of when they would prefer to have it. But that's also something we cannot control as coaching staff or players. I need to just mention to you, Joe, that in this Blues, in the Northern Blues side and the Gauteng side, we've got a number of SACD players. Namely, one of them, Tyron Schultz, number 1 in the goal for Northern Blues in the red smock, was the SACD keeper last year, one of the 2 keepers. Gauteng have got McDonald and Keegan Bilson that I can think off the top of my head that have represented SACDs in the past.
Okay, so this should be a little bit of a tight matchup then. Pardon me.
No, most definitely. This is definitely going to be one of the tight matchups. These are this is definitely going to be a tight match. These are 2 teams that are favorited in our pool to go through. So obviously, the team that goes that pulls one over the other in this game is going to have an advantage going into the last 2 days.
Yeah, so there we see Tyron Scholes. He's the captain and the keeper for Northern Blues. Who's the keeper? Is it Jacob Groenewald, the other keeper that we see here now for Easterns in the red kit?
Yeah, in the pink reddish smock. Yeah, that does look like. Oh no, that's Tyron.
Is that Tyron?
That's Tyron. No, that's Tyron on there.
So
the
this
red
one
smock.
over here is Jacob.
Yes, the pink smock for Easterns is Jacob.
Okay, and we're off.
Gauteng with some early pressure on the far side and the early penalty corner. As you can see, Gauteng very happy with that as they come through in the opening seconds of the game. I think Gauteng are going to look for something very simple, no variations, just to scout what the Northern Blues defense are doing on the defensive short corner side.
So it's going to be a normal, 2 castle setup?
Yeah, 2 castles, 2 flickers. I would guess that it's going to go to the first castle and it's a straight flick.
Just a stock standard, just to get a feel, like you say. Yep.
And what a stop that is by the vice captain of Northern Blues, Charlotte Rock. Wonderful stick work there, running out for the second wave. As Gauteng look for a circle entry again. Cut out there by the Northern Blues players as they come away with it. Nathan Ramar on the ball, looking for an outlet. Bit of a right idea. I just think it's a little bit of a dangerous lifted ball there. A right idea with the pass, looking to go over the top into the space for the runner.
So today we're seeing typical Stanford Lake weather, where you have 4 seasons in an hour. Check the temperature just now, it's about 11 degrees. So where we're sitting, we're feeling it. I don't think the boys on the pitch are feeling it.
No, definitely, Joe. As a player myself that's playing later today, most of us prefer the colder weather. But the downfall to that is because we are quite high up as well, the air's a bit thinner, so it's a little bit more difficult if you're not used to it. And shorty. That is another shorty awarded by a very solid, strong tackle. as
Keeper having a
as
word there.
a Tyrant Skulls decides to have a word with the umpire to get some clarity on that call. And Milner's Blues on the defensive shorty again. I think Eastern Gauteng on this one are definitely going to go for a stock standard straight push again and flick. I think their push has got enough pace on the ball, giving these two guys on the top of the castle enough time.
Oh,
And a save by the keeper, Tyrant Skulls. Second attempt.
Another save.
And that's a good save again. I know, it's 16 awarded. Joe, I think in this game now, in the first 5 minutes or so, I think Northern Blues boys just got to find a rhythm. Yeah, they look a bit frantic at the moment as they're under the pump.
Oh, nice intercept there. Oh,
We've got MC coming through on the reverse stick.
Oh,
that's unlucky. Right at there.
But it's still early.
Still early in the game. I think a lot of, even with the warm-ups, you can warm up, but I think the body still needs to warm up while you're running in this weather because you're still going to be a bit on the stiff side.
Right, let's see what they're going to do here. Oh.
Yeah, tried a bit of a mini game outlet there on the sideline. Unfortunately, his basics letting him down there a bit, and Blues get the return ball. We got Russell Hine on there.
A bit of a rough and tumble there.
Getting a bit.
That's another thing that I've noticed. At this level, what was beautiful yesterday is the basics, the hockey basics. Tap, tap, pass, triangles. That's what they were doing yesterday, and it works so well. The Eden players I saw, they were doing it so great. They weren't too bothered about showing off their skills or 3D dribbling and all the stuff that the high school kids like to show off. And all of them can do it, but I've noticed that the successful teams are the ones who get the ball moving quick.
No, definitely. Basics plays a big part in any form of hockey you're playing, especially when you get to this type of level, SACDs, IPTs, Masters. Basics forms a big part of your game. Any coach will tell you there's a time and place. It's all about match awareness and identifying when and how to use it.
Because I've seen all of them. They've all got the skill. They can all do the fancy stuff, but it doesn't help the team.
Yeah, we all, as players,
Yeah.
we all have the skill. But first and foremost, it's the badge on the front of the shirt you play for. As they look for 45 there, not finding his pass. Turnover for Eastern Gauteng. And Eastern Gauteng come away with it with Keegan Bilson. Outlet to the right.
Switch it a bit there.
Eastern Gauteng, Joe, look a bit more calm on the ball this morning. Moving the ball nicely.
Oh, that was great. That's that skill that we were talking about, eh?
Yeah, that's the skill we want. Is it, like I said, time and place.
Yeah. It's there when you need it. But also, when you guys were speaking yesterday, both of you said something very true. You don't need, as a coach, and both of you are coaches as well, and as a coach, you don't need to develop these boys' skills because the skills are there. So you guys are working more on tactics, strategy.
Yeah, no, definitely. Everyone's got the skill. You're not Joe because you don't have the skill. So you look at this point in time, when you get to a tournament like this, you're just looking to get, as a coach, you're looking to get the combinations right, the boys to gel. With a very close call there, but for the Blues boys, almost getting a shot on target. And Easton look for the outlet, nice upper over down to the right hand side, or left, sorry. No, definitely, Joe. I think if you look at it, Eastern Gauteng in the white strip look a lot more calmer on the ball, a lot more confident in what they want to achieve in this game.
Because then we've got to say right.
Yeah.
I'm also like, yesterday I was just like,
Are you able to play?
Yeah, and the Northern Blues boys, I think they need to settle a little bit more. They need to get more control of the ball, more possession. The other team can't score if you don't have the ball, which seems to be
there's a foot.
Eastern Gauteng's mode of tactical at the moment. Keep the ball and we'll get the chances. Which prove quite fruitful and true in the game against the Daisies yesterday,
Yeah.
where the Daisies had a lot more chances on goal, but the Gauteng boys took their time, had their patience, and took the chances they did get.
I think also what's important is to slow the game down to your pace.
No, it is. Slowing the game down, there's a big difference in slowing the game down and completely controlling the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
So slow the game down, but you set up quickly so that you get the defensive side of the team almost frantically trying to plug the gaps to get their structure again because they're more worried about the quick pass now.
Yeah. I think I saw that yesterday, the last game against KZN. Ooh,
It's a good tackle there, good defensive work.
ooh, ooh. Oh, there's those hands we were talking about.
Yes, everyone that's at this tournament has got the skill and has got the knowledge of how to play this game. We're not Joe because you can't play the game, but also with that, like you said, there's skill. But I think that's what I mentioned. The Blues boys just got to find a way to settle into a nice rhythm and calmness in the game at the moment. Because even that quick hands and that skill was a bit frantic, if I can put it that way.
Yeah. I heard you guys were talking yesterday about a scramble defense. What do you mean by that? What does that mean?
So a scramble defense basically means that your defensive structure, you're out of structure, and you're now trying to defend a counter attack, and you just scramble to cover the space and cover the ball and pick up the closest man that you can.
So you were basically caught off guard a bit.
Yeah, you get caught off guard, and you just got to slot in where you can and just scramble and pick the defense and choose your point. Usually, scramble defense happens when you are on the defending and a counter attack.
All right. So, oh, that was good. Yeah, fantastic. What's the formation that these guys are playing? What I've realized, one of the big changes that I've seen in the few years in hockey, is that it used to be two backs, and now most of the there's like one back, or what do they call it, a roaming back,
Yeah, so
or a sweeper.
yeah, so what's happening now is the sweepers basically it's still a thing that you teach primary school kids for structure play and that, but at this level, what we're looking at, teams have done away with a sweeper, so to speak, and they've gone into, you get different structures, but the most common one is a four around the back. So basically you have a defensive link that moves forward, almost acts as a blocker and turns into a link as a defensive line, and your outside halves, your left and outside halves, become almost like wing backs in soccer.
All right.
So they work up and down the field, supporting the attackers, supporting defenders, and then you end up playing with two center links and two forwards. Very seldomly these days you find teams playing with a 4-4-2 or a 4-3-3.
All right.
It's because we all play the game the same way. All coaches coach the same way. So what coaches try to do now is just find something that's different that another coach hasn't seen before.
So just also, in my time when I was playing, I was called a right inner. That was the position I was playing. So now it's link, right?
Now it's a link, yes. It's your midfield. And that's a goal scored by Ethan Pod for Northern's Blues. I think, Joe, we both can agree that's a bit of against the run of play because Gauteng all over it.
Yeah.
And that is something I've seen Ethan Pod from Northern's Blues do for some time now.
I was teasing Jaden Tatenda yesterday because Ethan was the one who punished him in their match against Limpopo. He was the one who punished Tatenda, kept him from doing what he was supposed to do. So I'm not going to let him down on that one. I'm going to tease him until the tournament's over. Because Jaden is a phenomenal player.
No, he is. He has got some international caps for Zimbabwe as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So he's been around the block.
Yeah.
He comes with a lot of then as Northerns look to get in the circle again. But we've got an outlet here. Or is that a long corner? It's a long corner. No, I think that's very good work from the Northern Blues boys, fighting, not having enough of the possession, still trying to establish a foothold.
That was a bit of an, like you said, unexpected goal there.
Yeah, because Eastons look to have full control of that.
Shows you, that's hockey.
Yeah, definitely it is hockey, but we also cannot write Gauteng off.
Ah,
Gauteng in 2024 were finalists, unfortunately narrowly missing out to for a gold medal. So you cannot write them out in this game. It's still early days. 1-0 is certainly not the end of it.
no, it's just barely the start.
Yeah, but I think we both can agree there, Joe, that the goal for Northern Blues I think will settle the noses a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, it's the same thing, Marcel, we spoke about yesterday. When you have a bad day, to come back the next day, just to switch on is a bit is difficult because you've had a whole day of rest and now you got to switch. You got to switch mental thoughts again. You got to switch modes again.
So I just want to make sure we were talking about the formations just now and how it's changed over the years, strategy wise. Is it still like the norm to have your two wings, your two links, and your center link?
It's stock standard. Sometimes you do that just to get a feel for what your opposition is doing, and then but obviously then you as a coach you obviously have your plans and you've worked on it with your boys. You make a certain call and then you change up this formation. Uh, but in terms of forwards these days, what I can say is that there's no such thing as a left, right, or center striker anymore. Forwards need to work up and down, left and right. So you're not static in one channel of the field.
Okay. So I would think then that you your center line is then the most important part of your strategy.
Yeah, some coaches believe that your middle line, your center forward, your center link, and your center back is your spine of hockey, like you mentioned, and that's what they build their team around. If you can get that solid
So then your
and
backs
controlled,
and your forwards are basically the balance.
yes, because at the end of the day,
Oh, we got something.
oh
going.
here we go,
Yep. Shorty.
shorty. Oh
Is it a shorty?
no, it's a free hit out for the Northern Blues boys.
Oh,
I
sigh of relief.
I personally thought it was a shorty.
Yeah, me too.
Obviously, umpire saw something I didn't see. I must mention, being an umpire myself, it is one of the most thankless jobs you have as in a hockey tournament or at a hockey match.
Isn't it difficult because you can't be everywhere, right? And maybe the other oak saw something that you didn't, and you'll have a captain come and tell you something.
Yeah, you've got there's so much moving parts as an umpire that you've got to manage. You got to manage the emotions of players. You got to manage the emotions of the coaches. You got to manage the emotions of spectators. It's difficult, but that's why umpires are also a team on themselves.
Yeah.
They have a talk before the game. How we're going to look at things. How we're going to approach certain situations in the game.
And the technical table is. Am I right in assuming that at the technical table there's like a head umpire or an umpire that oversees the umpires on the field?
Yeah. So at every tournament, you have an umpire manager.
Okay.
Usually, he's a very senior umpire. He's been around. He's umpired. You can almost call him like an umpire's coach. So he watches the umpires. And at the end of the day, all the umpires get together. They have a debrief meeting, and after every game as well, you have a meeting with the umpire managers.
Okay. So it's a big
They,
system
they
behind
help,
the
they,
system.
they do help you. Yes, they help you to improve what you did wrong and things like that. And you can get higher graded, obviously, because as an umpire, you want to get a career going forward.
So I've always often wondered this, right? As a player, and an umpire, when you became an umpire, did it improve your game as a player?
Yes, it did. I started thinking of the game a lot differently. You also think about how to manipulate the rules, if I can put it that way. Like, you know when and how, what you can and cannot do, and you learn. You learn very quickly how to play the game in a different way because you understand what the standard way of umpires going to call it.
Okay.
A certain infringement or a certain way of the game.
And then obviously you also know the blind spots, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it helps you to develop your game. You play your mental side of the game. It develops quite a bit when you're an umpire and a coach at the same time, and you're still playing. You see the game differently on the field. There is a drawback to it though, because sometimes you forget you're a player, not an umpire. I think with the first quarter done in this game, is 1-0 to Northern's Blues. I'm not sure who will be the happiest side. Obviously, definitely the Blues side, but I think in terms of play, I'm not sure who will be the happier team or the happier coach.
Look, I'm pretty sure that now the rust is off. I think the nerves are settling now. They've felt each other. They've both had shorties. So I think now it's on.
Yeah, teams have settled.
Yeah.
I think if Northern Blues did not get that
Oh,
goal, ooh, well,
ooh,
good
ooh,
steal, good
ooh,
play.
ooh.
As we can see, it is a quite a hard fought game. It's the physical battle.
Mm.
Hockey is a non-contact sport, but
No, no, no.
the physical battle of it seems to be ramping up a bit.
And
We are neighbors. Remember, we are neighbors. So about 10 minutes separates us. So there's a little bit of underlying rivalry there.
so yesterday you also mentioned that this particular Astro feels a bit spongy.
Yeah, we've seen a few guys as well making a bit of mistakes on the basics.
So
Your
is it
first
slower
touch.
than what you guys are used to?
Me personally, yes.
Okay.
Um, there is one or two facilities back home where I'm from in Northern Gauteng that has feels similar, but it does feel almost like you're running on a sponge.
Okay.
Okay, that's my opinion,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
obviously, but yeah, the game does feel a bit slow. But I think also the ball is not the ball we normally play with in terms of tournament hockey. So I think the ball and the turf itself plays a little bit of a factor for certain players. For me
So
personally, sorry, for me
yeah, yeah.
personally, the ball is not what I'm used to in terms of my first touch and the way it runs on the turf.
Okay. But obviously by day two, um, or day three now, the boys are used to it. All of you guys have had a run. I'm pretty sure you guys have adjusted your gameplay, your plans to compensate for it by now, eh?
Yeah, as a player, you have to adjust. I must say, after the first day, I did struggle a little bit on the first touch, but then yeah, by day two yesterday, a little bit more composed on the ball, understood the way the ball runs on the turf. As you can see, he made a simple trap, but the ball was bobbling. So it's
Okay.
not to say it's all clean.
I see what you mean.
Even the normal pass there.
So, so does this mean that that's why the guys will prefer aerials for the longer passes than trying to smack it down the line?
Yes, because sometimes it stays flat and true, sometimes it's a bobble, so you don't know what to expect.
Okay. So the safer option will then be an uppie.
Yeah, a nice little overhead into space. There's a nice little ball down the line there for the Eastern Gauteng boys.
So short passes would be key on a pitch like this.
Yeah, if
Or
you
preferred.
yeah preferred. If you noticed, like that ball was fair. It
Yeah.
went flat, it's fine. But a little bit more pace on it tends to bobble a bit.
I saw
So,
yesterday, yeah.
but if you saw yesterday as well, if you look at the Eastern Gauteng game against us Daisy boys, when both sides decided to keep the ball closer to each other, the ball was a lot easier. We had a lot more movement of with the ball. So
And I noticed also, like at this level, you don't you. It's almost unheard of that a guy won't be able to stop a ball. And I saw yesterday a few times the ball got away from the guys, and it's probably because they weren't used to the surface.
no, definitely it happened to me as well. As we see Northern's Blues looking for an outlet going left to right,
See,
back
Easterns
the
have
middle.
upped the pressure now a bit, eh? Oh, I
Yeah,
see there.
that's a lovely ball down the line. Unfortunately,
There's
the
umpire
Blues.
Blake Linder. Is it
Yeah,
Blake? No, it's
no,
not
no, it's
Blake.
not.
No.
Unfortunately, Northern Blues player could not pick it up. It was a decent, very good ball down the line. As Isak Gauteng looked to transfer and a good cut out by Russell Hine of Northern Blues.
How important are your wings still? Is it because yesterday you guys were also talking about um, spreading the game, like opening up the field, and that's where your wings come in, right?
Yes, definitely. Your outside forwards, whoever's well, you've got two or three forwards, whoever they may be, or however you may be playing it. Your outside forwards are very crucial to stretching the field, so dragging a defender all the way to the baseline or to the sideline, which opens up a lot more uh, real estate in the middle of the park. Allows for better play, allows for more movement from our links to come through, allows for attacking options. Less pressure on the ball, if I can put it that way.
So you no longer call them wings, do you?
No. There's a lot of terminology giving your age away. There's a lot of terminology that has changed over the years. And also with hockey players these days, a link must be able to attack and defend when called upon. So if a defender is off the field or injured, a link needs to drop in, or if a forward's not available, link needs to go up front, and vice versa. Link must come down, or a defender must go into the link spot. So hockey these days, hockey players need to be very versatile.
Yeah.
As Easter Gauteng transfer yet again to the left hand side. as you can see, the bobble. It almost
Yeah.
like it's holes in the pitch a bit, so it doesn't come onto. If I can use for those people at home and yourself, Jay, you'll know as well. For in terms of cricket terminology, it doesn't come onto the stick or it doesn't come onto the bat. So it almost like it holes in the on the Astro. It doesn't skid through. So I think most players would prefer to skid through onto the stick.
Yeah.
It almost like it sits there. You can't really get to it in time.
So that would probably affect the drags as well, eh? In the
Yes,
shorties.
yes. Me being a dry flicker myself in the short corners, even the push-outs, the injectors, it does affect us. It almost feels like got a lot of drag.
Yeah.
Eastern Gauteng looking to come into the circle here.
Oh,
Good,
good clearance.
Good clearance, and we got a breakaway. With D'Artagnan Rauch on the ball for Northern Blues, holding it up, looking for some support. Francois Lemem picking it up, finding Marku from Northern Blues, and Sharon Targa goes wide. Northern Blues, I think after their first chucker, have resettled in quite nicely. We can see, I think the game plan at the moment is to go for almost like three-quarter press, almost pushing down onto a half-court press, waiting, absorbing the pressure, getting the quick outlets, and counter-attacking hockey at the looks of it.
There's a nice aerial.
A very good
umpire's
overall.
gonna. Why did the umpire blow that one? Was it because there were people around the player?
So the overhead rules are a very controversial one because every umpire sees it differently. Obviously, we're all human, so interpretation of the rule is a difficult one. But that particular scenario, the Northern Blues defenders were not a clear receiver, and he was within the 5-meter radius of the Eastern Gauteng player that's receiving the ball. So obviously that was then deemed dangerous. Where you didn't give him, he couldn't bring it down
It's a
safely.
nice break here.
Good breakaway.
Oh.
Nice little reverse stick, unlucky.
Oh.
Northern Blues have come out almost understated of here, a little bit out of the shadows here. Because we're all talking about Eastern Gauteng over here, and they've just got the one up, and they are.
Keeper having a word with his defenders there. If they still call them defenders.
We are still defenders.
Okay, fantastic.
Or halves, if I could put it that way.
Yeah.
Outside halves.
Oh.
This game is starting to get a bit. That's very untidy
Aggressive.
from the Eastern Gauteng player.
A little bit of aggression coming through there.
I think this game is starting to get a little bit bitey, which is what you want to see. You want to
Yeah.
play hard hockey, but also within reason, if I could put it that way.
But also the boys know. I mean, the people must know that these boys afterwards are chummies. I mean, they go and have a party together. It's nothing. They get aggressive on the pitch. Afterwards, it's just part of the game.
Yeah, no, it is part of the game. The whole thing about SACD hockey as well is we fight hard on the pitch. Afterwards, we go sit down, we have a beer, and we have a talk. We best friends.
Yeah, of course. And most of you. I mean, how many years have you been playing now?
This would be my 13th tournament.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of guys. Obviously, there's a lot of new faces that I haven't seen before. But even the guys, there's a lot of guys I only see on this week, and we are best mates. Like you come on this tour just to see each other.
So you call the newbies PJs?
PJs, yes, because it's they're babies. They wear pajamas. They're babies. It's their first tournament.
And you boys initiate them as well. I've seen them walking around here with funny wigs and.
Yeah. So as much as we play very hard, solid, like.
It was Blake. Sorry.
It is Blake. Yeah, I see that now.
Mustache from this distance, from this angle.
We can blame the visual weather. No.
So yeah, the culture of the CD is fantastic.
I've been around some time now, as I've said. So there's a lot of culture and tradition and stuff going around SACDs. It's the social aspect of it. It's about quality hockey and camaraderie off the field.
Yeah.
It's about building a community.
And I saw this. I saw these guys yesterday, man. I mean, all of them sitting next to next to each other on the pavilions, and they're cheering for the other teams, and then they're biting the guys, and it's actually so much fun.
No, we're here to have fun and play good hockey. You're here to socialize, build something for yourself. At the end of the day, it's a SACD family we're looking at.
So,
as the Northern Blues player gets a card there for hitting the ball away, which is deemed to be breakdown of play and slowing down the play. As Northern Blues get the ball, coming forward with Marku. Looks for the inside ball. Picks up Okathron.
Oh, oh, oh!
And it's a goal for Northern Blues. What a
That
wonderful
was
movement.
We'll see the replay now. That was amazing. That was good hockey.
What wonderful movement that is. If you have a look at the replay now, interception, Okathron looks up, scans, fakes the pass to his right, goes under his shoulder. Ruben Sutherland with the one-time finish.
Oh, that was amazing hockey.
Joe, if you heard us yesterday, we mentioned something called the 2-0 trap,
Yes.
which a lot of teams, they even use it in soccer. The 2-0 trap is a mental side of the hockey where you think you have 2 goals and you're up and you can relax. Not the case, especially when you're playing tournament hockey. One nice, lovely, silky hands there, and that's McDonald from Gauteng. Yeah, so the 2-0 trap is the thing. So you can't sit back and rest and think the game's done now. Especially against a quality side like Gauteng. Definitely gonna come back. Will come back. A bit of a misuse of skill there.
But it worked in his favor.
Anti-skill sometimes. Anti-skill is anti-skill is better as having skill sometimes.
Yeah. It's like when you play chess against somebody who's just started. Oftentimes the moves don't make sense, so the unskilled chess player actually has the upper hand in it sometimes.
Anything. Oh, wonderful! Not always. Wonderful ball there by Gauteng to transition the ball to the left. Fortunately, could not get the stop, the trap. It's turnover ball, sideline ball for Northern Blues. Out to Mash, who normally plays for Northern Free State, but is here for Blues this year. Mash himself is a SACD player himself, national player himself.
That was also deemed unsafe, that overhead.
It's into a crowd of players, so there's no clear receiver. So obviously the team who initiated the overhead has made the play unsafe. That's the only way I can see it if I have to try and put my umpire hat on here. And there we go, another overhead.
So yesterday,
just couldn't get it.
I forget your colleague that was here yesterday with us.
Nkulu.
Yeah.
I must mention he's actually the Northern Blues coach at the moment.
All right.
So he's on the
he's
bench.
probably listening to us talking about it.
Well, not right now, but he probably will be listening to us later.
So he said something yesterday that really sparked my interest. He was talking about going off to the World Masters.
Yeah, so Nkulu is the Masters over 35 men's manager.
Yeah.
They are going to the Masters World Cup hosted in Amsterdam, Netherlands, Schiedam.
And hockey is massive in the Netherlands.
So Masters hockey has become a very big thing in recent years, with a lot of countries taking part. And when you go to that tournament, you see a lot of former ex-senior players playing for their countries as well. So it's a nice thing. It allows players that have gone past that certain age groups, if I can put it. I'm in there as well. I'm also in that Masters category
I was
now.
going to say, careful.
Yeah. So it gives us time to compete and play the game we love, and not feel like we're not there anymore.
So, is there a selection for the team, and how does that work? And how does CDs fall into that?
So there's a number of players here that have played at this tournament that obviously have transitioned now to Masters because in terms of age, they've qualified. And there's a few of them actually do come back here as well, as a short corner is awarded to the Northern Blues boys for a very aggressive tackle on the left-hand side of the turf. If I'm not mistaken, this is Northern Blues first short corner of the tournament of the game.
It is. Yeah, I was about to say they haven't had a shorty yet, and both their goals came off strikes.
Open play, field goals.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so you were saying with the Masters, how many of these players that we are looking at today or in this tournament will be playing in that team at the Masters?
Okay, off the top of my head right now, Choffen Staden from Mpumalanga.
Brilliant player.
He is going back to the World Cup this year. In 2024, as we see the injection for Northern Blues, It's a straight flick. Oh,
Botched one there.
botched that.
Oh, and fantastic defense.
That's well, good defense on the Eastern
That
Gauteng
was a
boys.
scramble defense, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a prime example of scramble defense.
yeah.
You're not sure where the ball is. You're out of position. You're trying to just keep it out.
They're just panicking.
It's almost like a panic defense.
Yeah.
Getting back to that. So Chovan Stadium is going back to the Masters World Cup this year, representing the South African men's 35 side.
Yeah.
They did win silver in 2024 in Cape Town.
Oh, wow.
So they will obviously be looking to go one up again this year. You've got Carl Cameron, the Eastern Gauteng coach, that's currently coaching. He's going back to the World Cup. He was also in that side.
Wow.
You got a few guys that were here previous years that have moved up there now. Not so many this year, but I do know of those two that are definitely going. And then obviously Nkulu, who's the Blues coach, who's the manager of the 35 side.
I just want to double check something here. Alan Redfern, he was the principal headmaster here at Stanford Lake, and he is also a masters player and was very much involved in the selection process at schools level. And I just want to quickly double check the name of his predecessor. When I got here in 2015, the headmaster here is actually still a masters player, and that's why they built the Astro here at Stanford Lake. I just want to double check his name.
Not a problem. So
You probably know him.
I probably do. Hockey circles, as big as many players that we are, we're a very small circle community. As we come into the halftime of the after the second quarter, Northern's Blues will definitely be the happier camp.
Like more than one, then you classified as like what a junior.
Craig Carolyn, yep. I have heard his. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him, but I have heard him around the
Yeah.
around the turf, so to speak.
So we've been very fortunate in this area. We've had Craig here, and after him we had Alan here. Very much into hockey. They really developed the sport. They built this Astro. Then two other Astros also. One had been Forster, which is a sand-based one. I actually want your opinion on the difference between sand and water.
You sure you want to get into that right now?
Yeah. And then I don't know if you've seen the Astro at Marinsky. It's a beautiful blue. It's also water-based. Blue pitch, and the players say that it's extremely fast. So I don't know if it's because Stanford Lake is 1,600 meters above sea level, and Marinsky is right at the bottom, at the foot of the mountain. So I don't know if that plays a part in the speed of the Astro, but apparently Marinsky's one is very fast. It could be a mental thing also because it's blue.
So yeah,
I don't know.
it's a difficult one. So I don't think the elevation and sea level and lower higher makes a difference in the terms of the play. Personal experience playing on a blue turf is very difficult,
Yeah.
especially when the sun is out.
Yeah, because it's bright.
You don't see the ball.
Yeah, bright.
You tend to lose the ball, especially when it goes over the white line. You lose the ball quite a bit.
So that must be a headache for keepers.
Sometimes yes. I obviously play club league in Pretoria, Northern Gauteng. University of Pretoria has a blue turf.
Oh wow!
And
Okay, so
that's-
you've played it. Okay.
It's difficult to play on. It's a darker blue, so a little bit better.
Yeah.
When Morensi's got that lighter blue,
Yes.
that's a lot more difficult because it almost looks like it's faded and it looks like the same color as the ball. So
Right.
you don't see the ball as much.
And then I want to hear about the sand debate.
So, giving away my age, as I say, I'm a masters player. So, growing up, obviously, one of the Astros we didn't have the privilege of having water-based turfs. So, one of the Astros I did play on growing up in terms of my junior hockey was a sand-based turf. Extremely fast,
Yeah.
but
Like sandpaper when you slide on it.
not the safest when you fall over.
Yeah.
Not the nicest feeling when you fall over and you wake up and you go to the shower or bath in that evening and then everything's
Roasties.
burning.
Yeah.
We have the FIH have actually started going away from water-based turfs in terms of going green.
I heard that.
So everything's basically dry-based now, almost very similar to what
Stanford. has.
Stanford has. Obviously, they have water and they're able to recycle water and that. But in certain parts of the country, in Asia, and that there's not a lot of water.
Oh, okay, that's
So
fascinating.
they're going away from that almost. So
It doesn't mean that water-based is now going to become illegal.
no. It's just they're trying to make it more accessible to countries that struggle with their water supply.
Alright.
If I can mention when they had the hockey fives, world champs or world cup, so to speak, in Oman, I think it was. There was a company who developed a hockey ball that watered the pitch while they played. So they dip it in water and
Yeah.
then they put it on the turf. And as you play with the ball and pass it around and that, it disperses water. So the turf itself was a hybrid dry-based turf. So you never actually have to water it. So they tested it obviously at hockey fives, a smaller surface area, smaller field.
Yeah.
But it's a self-watering hockey ball.
Oh, wow.
So it's obviously it's new technology. Obviously it's still they tested it and it's still something there. But I think we are very close to being to a point where hockey is starting to
Move away from AquaTurf.
So with wonderful vision there
Oh,
from the Gauteng boys. Does Gauteng come running down?
look, Easterns are looking to put their first goal on the board, eh?
Wonderful hockey. Wonderful hockey. I think the keeper from Mpile over there, Mduli, for Northern's Blues, number 2 in the red smock, did just enough to put the captain from Gauteng, Keegan Bilson, off his mark a bit.
Oh, there we go.
As
again.
Gauteng coming back.
Oh,
Good. There's another example of scramble defense.
Yeah, but it worked.
Yeah.
It's just like that was close. That was
very close. Yeah, so hockey is starting to go green, like FIH said.
Yeah,
a lot
pardon
of
the pun.
yeah, a lot of sports are going net zero emissions and Mother Nature friendly.
Yeah, let's not melt the icebergs.
Yeah, unfortunately, water is still a.
Look, I'm noticing that Easterns their backs are way up. Is this now their strategy to do more attacking?
So in hockey, essentially what you'd want is when you step up and put pressure on a team like that,
You're pushing.
you want even your backs to step up so that there isn't a gap between your defenders and your midfielders. So there's no space for the opposition to work in on the counter attack. So we're working as a unit. Yeah, you want to work as a unit. So you're in a defender's unit, attacker's unit. So you're almost closing the space down, and you make it difficult for your opposition to turn over the ball and outlet.
Okay. Is that what they call the press?
Yes, that is the press. So what Gauteng are doing at the moment, if you have a look at it, their defenders are standing on the halfway line or even in the halfway, in the opposition half.
Yeah.
That is
It's also dangerous.
Yeah,
Because if one of these boys get a breakthrough, you've only got your keeper.
Yeah. It is very dangerous. But if you're confident in what you do, and also when you try, like now what Gauteng is doing, transitioning the ball, it's less space.
Yes.
What a good defensive tackle block there by the Northern Blues boys as Gauteng look to transfer again. I think Northern Blues are playing a tactic of absorbing pressure and biding their time. Slowly push, forcing them back, stepping out. Good overhead.
So you could actually, and this is where the sneakiness comes in or the experience comes in. Because if you see them doing an overhead, you can actually position yourself in the spot to force a penalty.
Yes, if before the ball leaves the turf, before it is thrown as an aerial, if you can get there, but once it's in the air,
then it's too late.
It's too late. You've got to be there before, because you have to give the receiver enough time, 5-meter radius, time to bring it down safely.
So if you have got the experience like you guys have been doing it for how many years, you will be able to read it and then maybe position yourself.
Yeah. So a lot of times, if you read the trajectory of the ball, you wait outside your 5-yard radius of the play, and then you just try to make a stretch and a sneaky interception, which sometimes works wonderful because even at this level, you still every now and then you get caught ball watching as Gauteng transfer to the right, looking for a circle entry.
And when you say ball watching, they're so vested in watching the game rather than.
Yeah, you don't actually see. You lose track of the man you're supposed to be marking, so you end up standing in no man's land and you leave your player free. Gauteng seem to be coming nice and hard. Oh, that's unlucky.
So that'll be a 16 now.
That will be a 16 out.
Why do they call it a 16? Is it 16 yards?
I'm still have to answer that question for you. I don't know. I really still. It's always been like that. Always growing up, it's always been a 16. So I don't know. As Northern Blues seem to be putting a lot of pressure here, trying to squeeze the ball in the corner, stopping Gauteng from having an outlet. This game is starting to get very, very punchy at the moment. I think the Northern Blues are
Oh, here we go.
forcing the mistakes, which is what you want to do.
That was a good clearance.
They're working very well as a unit. Wonderful ball to find his defender. Good layoff as Gauteng come. And it's a goal. Wonderful skills by the Gauteng attacker.
Now we've got a game again.
Yes, most definitely. Now game is on. Remember what I mentioned, the 2-0 trap?
Yeah.
Gauteng literally been holding the
That
ball
was a
and keeping the
fantastic
ball.
goal.
Keeping Northern Blues under so much pressure, forcing them, invited the pressure, back their skills, back the process, and got the reward for it.
Oh, that was a nice overhead.
It's good overhead.
Just into nobody.
It's still to nobody. The overhead has become a very frequently used tactic and pass these days.
Now, I want to also mention in the Limpopo team today, you'll see there's a young player. He's a matric boy at the moment. He plays for Ben Forster's first team, Dreyer van Heerden. He's also playing in Limpopo's team today. He does an overhead across the pitch. He's known for his overheads.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's quite impressive. I mean, he's not 18 yet.
Wow.
He's turning 18, and he's about this much shorter than me.
That is impressive.
Yeah, very. And he captains the first team at Ben Forster.
Okay, that's good. As a senior player of this tournament, it's good to see these youngsters coming through because we need to build a new generation of SACD players.
Yeah.
The older guard, we are coming to the point where, as much as we love to play here and we know we can compete here, obviously the body doesn't want to always keep up with us.
I mean, those high school boys go 45 minutes full taps.
My point exactly. Like I play club league in Pretoria and in the Northern's league, and some of these school boys, I'm like, it's insane on what they're doing.
If you get past me, you can have it, dude. Have the ball.
Like
Go for it.
in a foot race, I'm not going to keep up with you. I
No,
literally
it's
tell them, in a foot race, you know what? You pass me, just keep going. You got it.
Yeah.
Go score.
I'll watch.
Go score. It's fine.
I'll cheer for you.
Yeah. As you can see now, there's a bit of frantic now from the Northern Blues boys because they obviously
And they're
conceded.
tasting blood.
So the Eastern Gauteng boys are tasting blood. They're starting to come harder. And you can see Eastern Gauteng. Oh, wonderful ball retention. Showed some good strength there
Dedication.
from Eastern Gauteng player Carl Nori. Wonderful ball up the line.
Okay.
By Gift. I know him as Gift from Eastern Gauteng on the ball at the moment. Good ball on the inside.
Quickly
Joe,
taking it down
I
the line.
think between me and you, I think we're both seeing the same thing. Eastern Gauteng are spilling blood in the water now. It's never over until it's over, eh? It takes you 8 to 10 seconds to score a goal.
Look, we might actually see this game going into like a 5-4.
It's possible.
You know, because the way that these boys are going now, both of them have turned up the heat a bit.
Because in the first quarter, Northern Blues had all the possession. Well, not all the possession, but they had a lot more possession going forward. Eastern Gauteng in the second quarter looked to be a lot more clinical, a lot more dangerous, a lot more pressure on the ball, as you can see, squeezing every little inch what they can.
There's definitely been a bit of a power shift here in this, what's it, the second half of the third quarter?
Second quarter, yeah. Looking at this, the last 7 minutes of the second quarter. Hockey's a roller coaster game. You're up and down the whole time. Wonderful take out of
Oh,
the air
that
there.
was
Look at those
brilliant.
silky hands.
Good stop there as well.
Good.
Intercepted.
Good
Oh,
intercept. A bit of a
rough and tumble there.
uncomfortable tackle. Let me put it that way. You can credit the Northern Blues attacker for quick hands to wrong foot the defender like that.
You know, this is what I keep telling people as well. The biggest difference between soccer and hockey is that the hockey players are not as dramatic as the soccer players when it comes to a tackle or a push or a shove.
And yes, unless it really hurts, you're not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
you're not gonna see us on the ground.
No, and when we say really hurt, it means like you put a dent in my shin pad.
There's blood.
You know,
There's blood.
uncontrollably bleeding from every
Yes.
orifice.
I know. Trust me. I know. I've was at Masters IPT earlier in the year, and I'm still got
Bruises.
the bruises and the scabs to show for it. As Gauteng looked to outlet.
Oh, that was a
Bit
good.
of a wounded rabbit pass there.
Oh,
Oh!
almost.
That's number 10 from
Yeah.
Gauteng. Wonderful, good showing of
Was that
strength
Paul Chappell.
and fight not to give up the ball.
Is that a shorty?
And that's a shorty awarded for some really, really difficult tackling on there.
And number 10 is Paul Chappell.
Yes, some good fight in him, never giving it up.
Sure, that was a good intercept. Eh?
Very good intercept to pick up there.
What are they going to do now? Do you think they're going to have 3 castles?
I don't think they'll go for 3, but I think they might go for a variation. Maybe go at the second castle instead of the first castle. Or could even be a variation of one of the castles to a slip pass and then a slap at goal.
Would you rather slap in this on this turf than drag?
I think once you get used to it, drag. It's
Obviously.
more. That's what you want because it opens up a lot more factors in the game for you. We're keeping it on the ground. You don't have. They went for the variation deflection on the far post. So I was right. They did go for variation.
Yeah.
Now, if you're keeping it low on the ground, it doesn't give you much. It closes our options, so you don't really have a lot of open real estate to work with. Where drag flick, it's the second ball, the third ball, because then the defensive team is scrambling to get the ball. This might just be a straight
Okay,
flick
let's
this
go.
time. Bit of a mistrap.
Ooh!
That is unlucky. Mr. Gauteng on the ball, looking for an inlet into the circle. Off the stick. And Blues clear, but only up until the quarter. But a steal from Marku and the Northern Blues players. And a steal back from Mr. Gauteng. That's unlucky infringement there for the backstick on the tackle. As we come down to the last few seconds of minutes or so of the last 3 minutes left of the second chucker before we approach halftime. We've got a minute and 17 to go.
And we are in the third chucker.
Second chucker.
Oh, we're still in the second
Yeah.
chucker, eh? Yeah.
So,
Oh, no, we're in the third.
are we in the third?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
See, we've been having such a big conversation here.
Yeah, the game has been so up and down, topsy-turvy.
Don't worry, it happened yesterday as well. a
Yeah,
few
no,
times.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we even had Gary playing 2 games that he didn't play.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I didn't know he had it in him. And I've been around.
Yeah.
Going into the quarter break, as we see on the far side of the screen, you see the Limpopo boys getting ready, the home province, going through their paces, warming up, stretching those old legs, some of them,
Oh.
such as
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
good silky hands for the circle entry. Looking for an outcome. Northern Blues hold solid.
Do you think old man Jaden is going to put on his hockey boots today? I think on Monday he had his hiking boots on.
No, I spoke to him last night at one point. He's like, it's only day 2 and I'm sore already.
Yeah, you see now.
No, but I got to take my hat off to him. Like, on normal tours. Obviously, you got a lot of guys that are part of the organizing committee when their school hosts or their union hosts it, and you're also a player.
Oh,
So
look, he's been running around, eh?
yeah, so he hasn't been sitting at home, sitting and just watching hockey like the rest of us. He's
No, no, no.
been all over the place.
Well,
As the hooter goes for the end of the third quarter,
it's 2-1.
2-1. I think Gauteng will be a little bit happier than Northern Gauteng at the moment, Northern's Blues. But as you can see, as we're looking at it, a little bit of panic setting in the Northern Blues camp there. I don't know what do you think there, Joe?
I think it might be a little bit of frustration as well.
Yeah.
On both sides.
No, definitely.
I think both of these guys will obviously they want the win, but they'll be more than happy with the draw, because from what I've seen is that these two teams are very, very, very tightly matched, very close.
No, most definitely they are
yeah,
very
no,
tightly
it's-
close. It's interesting. You got to look at the tactic. I won't write Eastern Gauteng off as well because their coach,
Not at all.
Carl Cameron, their coach, he's got enough experience. He's an international masters player. I'm pretty sure he can make the adjustments. In Kulu, from what my experience with him, being around him, he's quite a good coach in terms of getting the boys just to come together and just to slow the game down a bit, slow the emotions, just to refocus them. He's very good at that.
But what I've picked up as well from both of you yesterday when you guys were here with me commentating, it's always nice when you can hear and you can see that the coaches have got an absolute love for the game. It's not just a game; it's like you guys live this. So that translates over into your team, and you can see it on the field. I mean, I know at some of the primary schools it often happens that you'll get a parent that used to play 25 years ago and now I'm a coach. That's not the same as having an actual coach or actual player that's also a coach. There's definitely a difference.
No, there's a big difference. And playing hockey 20 years ago, and then now you're coaching your kid
nuts.
now you're coaching your 6-year-old child at home. Hockey's changed a lot, so
I mean, there we go, inners and wings.
yeah, hockey's changed quite a bit over the years. As the fourth and final quarter starts, I think Eastern Gauteng will be looking for 2 quick goals here, or a quick goal just to
Yeah,
equalize, and then also set a bit of panic into the Blues camp. Because that's also part of mental thing. Scoring goals does unlucky there. Almost very good pickup there by the Eastern Gauteng boy.
That's again Paul Chappell.
Yeah.
The
You can see the younger boys are throwing themselves on the turf.
yeah.
Us older guys, us older
That's
boys,
yours, dude. Go take it.
us older guys who you know what I'm not going to get. They're not going to risk a torn hamstring.
No. Also, because I got to go to work again next week. you know?
Yeah. I don't want to be explaining to my boss why I can't come to work because I can't walk.
Nobody talks about Fight Club.
Yeah.
You know. The other thing I must say is, my youngest son and also my eldest at one stage were very much into hockey, and I could help them with the basics. You're still holding the stick the same way. Sticks are still down. You're still doing the same warm-ups. But when it comes to coaching, you got to give it to a coach, not a parent.
Yeah, you have to be someone that's involved with hockey where they're
Yeah,
still playing
100%.
or stop playing and is coaching now but has understanding of the modern game. Prime example, Rassi Erasmus, our Springbok coach.
Dude.
He studied the development and he knew the understanding of the modern game, a rugby game, and he has adapted the way we are. We're not
Yeah.
2-time defending champions in a row for nothing,
No.
and a 4-time champion for nothing.
And then when you've got enough knowledge of the game, like what you guys have, it affords you the advantage that you can start bending the rules a bit, playing with new tactics, because you understand it. You know, it's like it's completely different. I think parents as a whole should just step away when you take your child. Give him to the coach. You step away because let the coach do what the coach does.
So yes, definitely. So I must say, myself as a coach as well. Before I moved to Northern Gauteng, I obviously worked at a school,
Yeah.
and I was a hockey coach myself. And I'm actually playing with 2 of those boys in my team at the moment.
Lovely.
They've matriculated and now they're playing in the same team as
Wonderful.
me. And I can they are as Northern's Blues come forward. Good pickup by Nathan Amar. Lay off to Russell Hine. And just
Just-
looking for the
just over.
extravagant over the keeper's head and landing on top of the goal box. Good movement. That's obviously coming down because Gauteng are looking for the equalizer.
Well, Jaden, in his team, he's got a few of the schoolboys that he coached. That's his teammates. Justin Truman from Stanford
Okay.
Lake. The boy I was telling you about, Dreyer
Yes.
van Heerden.
Yes.
And I think I saw 2 other boys as well. But they all went through Jaden's hands.
Yeah.
And now they're his teammates.
So, in terms with me as a Northerns Blues player, of Jaden's obviously with the Limpopo boys. I'm a Northerns Blues. I'm a Northerns Gauteng player. Obviously now I'm playing with the Northerns Daisies. But Carl Bonds and Ethan Jonker, they play in SA. I coached them back 2-3 years back when they were still in high school. They've both obviously now matriculated and they're playing at the senior level hockey now.
Isn't it like a feeling?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Because the students have surpassed the master.
Physically, yes. In terms of hockey knowledge, no. No. It is a good feeling. If you make a difference in one kid's life as a hockey coach, as Issa Gauteng now look to transition to keep possession of the ball, looking
Think
for
they're going to switch it? Yes.
ball into the midfield. Well done. Good pick
Oh.
up. Showed decent strength. Decent strength there. Bit of a body barge there from the Northerns Blues player who now receives a card.
Why? Well,
Both of them seem to have received a card now for
okay. A little bit rough.
bit of a rugby tackle on a hockey field,
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
if I can put it that way.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah. Good pick up there by.
Moving back into dangerous territory here
Yeah.
for Northerns.
I think Northerns right now, if they want to keep this lead, I think what they need to do is just outlet the ball a lot faster. Panic slowly, as I like to tell people.
Panic slowly.
Panic slowly, which means just protect the ball first and make sure you get a proper pass off, a clean pass.
Okay, what are they
A
going
lot
to
of
do?
a lot of coaches will tell you as the overhead comes. Oh, wonderful overhead.
Oh,
Awkward run for Northern Blues. Picks up the ball. Looks to make circle entry on the T point. Looking for an outcome. Look for the short corner. But not
no shorty.
good defensive from the Gauteng defender. No, a lot of coaches will tell you control the controllables.
Yeah.
So control what you do with the ball when you're defending. Control your emotions. But obviously, as sportsmen, we can't always do that.
And a lot of the guys will go and re-watch this game afterwards, later this afternoon, or I'm sure you guys did that last night.
No, we did. So the nice things with the streams of the games is after a game, you can do a quick 10-minute video analysis of what we did wrong or where we can do, or you as a visual player, which I did myself, where I came wrong, where I was wrong, and where I could improve in my own personal game. So. Things like this initiative of streaming a SACD tournament for guys like us, hockey's not always accessible.
Yeah.
And having something like a platform like this elevates the game. We've all got family and friends. Western Province come from far.
Yeah.
We're in Northern Gauteng. Yes, not that far, but not all our family and friends can make it. So to watch this, and this is online now permanently.
Yeah, it stays online until the people tell us to take it off.
Yeah, so
It has happened. Look, we on our channel, the FMBC Live. Look, we've just started this new channel now, specifically for the hockey, Astro Action. So there aren't a lot of followers yet. On our channel on the other side, on FMBC, we are very well known. We're the biggest streaming service in Limpopo province, and we have done streams down in Durban with the Mandela Cup, with the boxing. So what we've seen is the advantages that the players have, especially the schools coming from Gauteng, coming up here. It's too expensive for the parents to make it, and a lot of them are working. They've got businesses to run, so it's convenient for them. They can still watch their kids play, Unfortunately, we won't be going down to George. It was the plan to go down to George on Sunday. We were going to pack up here, fly down to George, do the ladies' tournament. But we were unable to secure enough sponsors for it. So hopefully next year, after seeing this, the sponsors will have a look at this and understand the value that it brings to the tournament. And not just the tournament, to the players and the sport.
No, 100%. Myself as a player, I've never had this luxury of having a live stream and people watching at home. As old as I am and being around the block in terms of the hockey, my parents at home still want to sit and watch because I live in Pretoria, Northern Gauteng. My parents live in Northwest. They still want to watch.
Yeah, yeah. Also, the
Family
replays.
and friends.
The replays is a fantastic feature.
Yes,
that we offer.
when the goal happens or something specific happens on the turf, it's very good.
We've had at one of the other schools. What we do is we've got a TV set up, and we've had people that question, especially with the rugby, they stop the game and they say, "Listen, can we just see what happened there because we think it was a high tackle," and they're actually challenging the decision. And then you're looking at that decision could take a team to the semis or not. It could end their campaign or they go through to the semis, and then they would request to watch the replay. And then based on that, they rectified the situation or they stuck to the decision. So it's very important. I obviously for us, we would love to be at every single game, but it's not something you can do for free. You know, it's the whole day. There's a lot of expensive gear involved. So unfortunately, we need to get the sponsors on board. So if there are any sponsors listening, I'm shamelessly punting. Get involved.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah, give us a call. All right, what's happening here? Oh,
This game is getting very odgy-bodgy at the moment.
what's happening? Are they stopping? Are they playing?
That is, I think everyone's very confused at the moment.
Maybe they're listening to us speaking.
You never know.
Let's see
never
what's
know.
happening. What are they saying? Let's see if we can see what's going on here.
Northern Blues ball. I'm not entirely sure why. As Northern Blues get a
cross in
soak
there.
injury, good defensive line there by the defender. If I
We've
must-
got Sean Sutherland looking hungry here in the D.
Yeah, after scoring
Yeah.
after scoring the second goal, he is looking for his second of the game.
The equalizer. Oh, well, no, not the equalizer.
Yeah.
For him, it would be the
Some
winning.
nice, lovely hands there by
That was
him.
brilliant.
Unfortunately, his final pass letting him down, but they do manage to pull out a short corner out of this.
Oh,
Okay.
what's the umpire saying?
So the Eastern Gauteng boys are just asking a question. The umpires are just going to confer here.
Would that be a shorty for the Northerns?
I'm not 100% sure, but
See what they're saying.
we'll see what they're sure. I don't want to take a guess here, but we will have a issue here. I'm not sure if this is gonna and it looks like the short corner decision stands. Yes, it does.
So it's a shorty. This could possibly
Yeah.
be the nail in the coffin, eh?
Yeah, I think with just under 5 minutes to go in this quarter, this might just be the nail in the coffin.
Let's see, what do you think they're going to do?
I think they're gonna go straight off the top.
All right. Yeah, well, it's a straight line. Anyway.
Yeah, number 1 Castle, Tsepu Mash or Mashi. I think he's just gonna go low and hard, keep his glove side, just to secure that win. As the push comes out,
Oh,
missed trap,
missed opportunity.
missed opportunity.
Maybe they can
That's
fix
a
it.
lot.
Can they fix it?
Can Eastern Gauteng score? And wonderful defensive
another
line
shorty.
and another shorty. Good, decent hands there from Sean Sutherland again. Or Ruben
Yeah.
Sutherland. Is that Sean and Ruben?
No,
Not
no.
sure. Is it
That-
Sean?
That's Sean over there.
Oh yeah, so it's Ruben. It is Ruben. That's his brother, by the way, the 2 brothers. So in the Northern Blue sides, we have 2 sets of siblings playing.
Oh, wow.
So you got Sean and Ruben Sutherland, and you've got 3 sets, sorry,
Oh, wow.
of brothers. Then you got Charlotte Rauch and D'Artagnan Rauch, and you've got Orchid Theron and Alma Theron.
There we go.
As the push comes out, hopefully this is a better stop this time. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, it's not. They went tried to go for the variation with the clearance.
Easterns are living on a prayer here.
Yeah, they are. With MCF from Northern Blues has the ball
Another shorty.
just outside the circle.
Oh, it was outside
Just
the
outside the
circle,
circle.
From this angle, it looked like it was in.
Yeah, also sorry, then I had to look at the umpires.
Yeah.
As you
Up.
just outside again. As you can see, Northern Blues are smelling blood themselves. And Charlo Rauch is not exactly a small boy, eh? That I can tell you.
Let's see. What's the umpire saying?
Are they okay? I think the main thing in the situation like that is that both players are okay.
Yeah. You see now, if this was soccer,
We won't go there.
No.
There's a lot of football fans at this hockey tournament. We won't go there.
All right, we're going to cross over to Darren after this game for the interview on the pitch with the man of the match, as Northerns are still trying to get that match-winning goal in.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, trying looking for the circle entry, getting a foot just outside the circle. What I would look like, knowing what I've seen and seeing the guys, and knowing them there. I think the Blues boys having their bye yesterday made a big difference for them in the recovery of the legs, and they just looked a little bit sharper. And considering they haven't had as many chances as the Eastern Gauteng guys, I think they took full advantage of the chances they did get. As number 22 from Eastern Gauteng looks for the outlet ball. I must say, number 22 from Eastern Gauteng, Cameron. I'm not sure, I can't remember his first name now. Tyron Cameron is the brother of Carl Cameron, the coach of Eastern Gauteng. So there's quite a number of families in this game at the moment.
I'm just going to leave you for a second now as we make our way down to the pitch for the man of the match interview.
As the game comes to an end, I think this was a very good game, both ways. Obviously, the team who took their chances, even the half chances scored, that was good. I'm not sure if this would be a fair result of the match. And so shorty for Eastern Gauteng. While Eastern Gauteng are setting up, ladies and gentlemen, those of you at home, stay tuned for the next game, as we've got a very special start to this game where we've got Gary Carson this time. For those of you who picked up the mistake yesterday, he's playing his 150th game at this SACD tournament, which is a very big milestone achievement. And if I'm not mistaken, he might only be one of 3 or 4 players that actually have done it in the history of this tournament in his 49-year history. As the push comes out, early break by the Northern Gauteng Blues player, who seems to be getting a card now for dissent. I think that's a little bit of a rookie error. You've sealed up the win. The game's up. You don't want to do that for your team. Can Eastern Gauteng pull out a rabbit over here? Another shorty's been awarded. I'm not 100% sure if this game is actually up now. Yes, it is. Seems to be. As we set up. So I think if Eastern Gauteng pull out a goal here, this will be will be a good comeback. I think, and unfortunately 3-2 is not the result they would have wanted. Or 2-2, sorry. As the final hooter goes. So 2-2, getting a draw. And that's the end of the game. Eastern Gauteng going down 2-1 to Northern Blues. As you can see what it means to the Northern Blues boys. No, I'm alright. I had the legs are sore now. Sore from yesterday.
Morning.
Morning, how's it going?
Like in you, man.
Yeah, good, thanks. Hallo mama, ik op TV. Hallo mama. Hallo mama. Oké. Hola. Verloren. Ja, ja, ja. Ik wil je Michael daai blind spot. Ja, dat was het. Dat was het. So there is a breakthrough in that time. So yeah. So you're gonna play them. I saw you got moved to midfield.
I see on mine. I mute.
That's I was worried that GT.
Well, we're standing here with Oka Taron, who's one man of the match. That was super entertaining to watch. A great game, intensity, everything that we can expect from the two sides. But congratulations, Oka, on winning man of the match. Just your thoughts on the game?
I think this was a very important game for us because we want to get to semis this year. Last year we ended fifth, so I think this was an important game for the rest of the tour. One of the teams we were scared of, but I think we did well. We kept our composure, even though they almost made a comeback. I think we kept our composure. Our keepers done well for us, and I think we took our chances. I think that's what kept us in the game is we took our chances. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the team. Yeah, I think there is a few components we can work on, but I think all over that was a good game for us. I think we did well.
Yeah, I think take the win. And like I said, this was absolutely entertaining hockey to watch. You know, when there's a hockey game where there's good skill, emotions are high, that really creates an entertaining game to watch. And like you said, obviously you guys want to better on last year's performance, try and get to semis, get through to the playoffs, and you know hopefully get to that top four and get on top of the pool, etc. How do you guys sort of get to the point where you discuss how you're going to take games moving forward? I mean, you take the win and then reset and strategize for the next game.
Yeah, I think the big thing for us is just building those small connections. Obviously, CDs is teams from other clubs coming together. The more you go into the tournament, the smaller connections build. People are starting to understand each other. So I think it's just building those small connections as you go. And I think we'll have no problems as we go on with the tour. Yeah.
Well, congratulations once again on winning man of the match, and we look forward to you guys in your next couple of games, and all the best for the rest of tour.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
There you go.
Morning, sir.
Hey, how are you, man?
Thanks yourself, sir.
Good, good, good.
Where's Debbie? Where's Debbie? Hello.
Would you be upset if I went?
No, you can. Go for it, dude.
No,
Hey, you guys played lekker,
I
man.
appreciate it. Well, do you support? No, you can't say that. No.
You can if you want.
Hey, don't encourage him.